So what are things remaining? So tomorrow I'll explain this. One is this that address. So one is the address field and some more field details for the sales related data. So we'll go through that one more time tomorrow. So we'll go over the so one more thing is field settings. So what are missing today I will cover tomorrow. So go for next one is so again cross application. I'll go for field settings now. I'll check that and we'll cover the class tomorrow. So anybody wants to practice anything or last Saturday 35? Anybody wants to practice the master or infrastructure now? Or we'll practice and come back with them. So anybody wants to practice now and want to clear any doubts?
And Shankar, one more request. Can you please take some time and explain in new project how this customer integration or customer migration, data migration is done? What settings or what setup is required for that thing?
Yeah, we got a new tool. We got a new tool that for that we got that. What's that? I forgot name for it. So there's a different rule. There's a different tool for importing and all. So that's a curriculum. So
that LTMC, right?
LTMC.
So LTMC is a data migration tool, but to make the setting from legacy customer to S4HANA customer, some setup or some setting would be required in system, right?
But that's not included curriculum. Curriculum is only LCMS only. That's only we are having. So according to schedule is not there. According to schedule, we have only the LCMS.
That is the important part, right? That if you want to migrate legacy customer into S4HANA, what settings we need to do for BP in system?
But actually, it's not included in the curriculum. So maybe in the last class we can go through that. Just we'll refresh that. We'll just I'll update you on this one. Last class we can see that. Once you come to the main topics, we can. So once you come to the main topic, you'll get some more time to explain some more concepts. We can explore some more topics. So that will take care of that.
Okay.
Okay. So anybody want to practice and do some testing in your system? Shall I continue to one more topic and after that practice and come back with the doubts and things tomorrow?
Yes, Shankar. At present, at least I don't have doubt. So once more. Yeah.
Okay. So then I'll go so one more topic, the business partner. So next is we have seen this one. So BP types. So this BP type is coming here in the BP master. So you can make your own BP type. You can make your own BP type. This different BP types. This is used for again this for reporting. You can make the field setting. You can use the BP types for using the BP type. You use the BP type. You can do the field configuration. You can use the field setting. You can do the we can use the BP types. So here we have the already given BP types. What type of BP is? He can be employee also. The master data can be employee also. Like this, some options are there. You can make a new entries. You can make a new BP type also. How will be used in the BP master is in the BP master we have under general data. We have one option control. Under control we have an option BP type. So you can link the BP type here. Whatever get IMG, you can link here. It's mostly used for BP field settings. So once you change the BP type here, automatically field setting will change. Like mandatory optional field, you can control the BP type also. So okay, that can be done from here. You can get your own BP type. So nothing else more configuration there. You make a partner type here. Partner type is BP type is here. You link the business partner, and when you're doing the field settings, we can do for this BP type. So I will come to the later. There's a field setting is there by BP type. So that can get it from here. You can get one BP type. For example, we are having BP type now. These are the standard BP default BP types. You want one more BP type. For example, you want one more thing like contract person. You want a BP type like a contract person or some bank employee something. Then you can create here. Here in the IMG can make that in the BP types. click on new entries, make a new BP type. 29,004, and the name is bank employee. This is a bank employee. So like that, you can make your own BP type. It can be used for field settings. So I'll explain later what's BP and the field settings. So once you save this one in the IMG screen, you can see that in the BP code, BP master. If you go for BP master, now go for BP type. We get 9,000. That is the bank employee. 9,000 bank employee. So this field is used only for field settings. So that field control can be done through BP type.
How this BP type is associated with the field controls? Like we are just defining that BP type, but
yeah,
where these settings were made, like.
Yeah, I'll show that. So because in the beginning I took this one. Now we are going for field groupings. Here we have the field groupings. Here only we make the settings. So here we have option configure field attribute called BP type. So there are 4 options for field settings: client level, BP role level, activity level, and BP type level. There are 4 level BP settings: client level, BP role level, activity level, and the BP type level. Okay. For example, if you go for BP type level, so one will go here. First for client, BP role, activity, and BP type. So you go for BP type. If you go for BP type, for example, as of now, I can see as of now in the. Hello, I didn't get. Your voice is breaking.
Yeah, please continue.
Okay. So in the BP master, one of the field is not mandatory. I want to make the search term mandatory. I want to make this search term mandatory by using the BP type. When I change the BP type to a bank employee, automatically search terms will be made on mandatory field. Now it's not a mandatory. Mandatory field means you will get that you will get that this one that will come in the. So it's a mandatory. You can see the mandatory entry. You can see that sign here. This sign, there's a mandatory. This means a mandatory entry. So street name is a mandatory. If you don't know the street number, it will not allow you. It's a mandatory entry. So I want to make it as an optional field. Or some other field I want a mandatory field. So now this search term is not mandatory. Or some other field. I want this house number is a mandatory field. I want house number. Now this is not a mandatory entry. House is not a mandatory entry. I want to make a mandatory entry. So for that, in the field setting. So first I'll take the example of BP type. There are 4 levels of field setting. We'll take BP type first because I explained later. So first I'll take this one. Then we have three so different clients for different clients. So BP type is that. So different BP type is that. So all the 3 are same thing. Only. If you take first one, double click on first one. Here we have. These are the BP types we created. I get a 9,000 bank employee. So double click on that. Otherwise, go for the field grouping. Select 9,000. Go for field grouping. So we'll get all the division parts in the BP master. We are getting the account overview. All these things are our addresses is there. We have the bank details, business. Like that, so many things are there. We get the customer. All these things are there. Some are obsolete. We can't. For old, it is not available in the now. Some of things are obsolete. And like this, so many sections are there. In the BP master, we have different sections here. So in the address, if you want to make something matter in the address field, so for BP type sales 9,000 bank employee, in the addresses, I want to change the field setting the addresses. Double click on addresses. So here we get all the address fields. So I want house number as mandatory entry. So this is house number, address house number. I want as a mandatory entry. House number is a required entry. I want house number as a mandatory required entry. For BP type bank employee, required and the house number is required entry. Okay, I'll save this one. So now go for BP master. So now it's not a mandatory entry. So I'll close and open it again. So here, so the same customer. So now the field, the house number is not mandatory. You can see house number is not mandatory. It's optional field, not a mandatory field. Now I'll go to control, click on control. I change the BP type to bank employee. I change the BP type to bank employee 9,000. So now we'll enter. So warning will come. Business purpose type of change. Field selection will be adjusted. Click enter. Now go for address. So you can see mandatory. It's now a mandatory entry. It became a mandatory entry. Mandatory entry now. So this setting according to the BP type mentioned in the control tab. Okay. So where you have to follow this one? What I told, where you have to follow?
Yes, sir. So BP type we have in general role, right?
That's general. It's comment, yeah.
It is in general role, right?
It's in general role, yeah.
So if I want to restrict a column or a field in sales view, so the same we have to proceed, or any other role we have to do it? Like,
No,
is there any other configuration we have to choose? This will control all the roles, the BP type.
Yeah, as I told, there are 4 levels. Right, 4 levels here. So when you practice, you check this one, which has more preference. We have 4 field setting levels here: client level, BP role level, activity level, BP type level. So when you practice, you check that which is more. You can take as one exercise, which is having the more or high preference. For example, the house number in client level. In the client level, that the house number, the client level can be again for Bupa business partner. So in the address field, the client level you make as a optional field. Client will make an optional field. To make an optional field here, or so you change all the 4 levels, make different setting for the house number, and check whether which is having more preference. For all the 4 levels, same house number, make a different settings here and see which is having more preference. For client level, make as hide or record entry. For the BP type, take as another setting here. All the 4 settings for same number, same house number, make different 4 settings in the 4 different field setting types and see which is having more preference. So that was the question, or
you want me to exercise and validate, or
yeah? So when you practice, when you do the practice session, when after the class when you're doing practice, you check all the all the 4 which is having more preference.
No, that is fine. Like what I'm asking is like, so if I assign a BP type in general role, and can we restrict in sales view any of the fields? Like that is my question. Like
no, only BP type is there. So only the BP type is having the field settings.
BP type will restrict all the roles. If we maintain some mandatory fields in BP type, and if we go to a role like sales role, so can we also restrict the fields?
Right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So same, the BP type is only, this is general data. So that will handle the whole master data. So that's the question. It can do the whole document.
Is that if I understand correctly, if I assign the BP type here, bank employee, okay. And I want to be like my unloading point in the sales area tab, right?
Oh, sales distribution tab. Okay.
Yeah. If I go and I don't want in the shipping tab, I don't want the unloading point as a mandatory field, or I want a mandatory field, maybe. So for example, maybe anyone, maybe maximum partial deliveries. I want this mandatory. If I do that for that bank employee, the BP role, is it applicable here in the sales view?
Yeah, if you go for VP type level, we have the groupings there. So groupings, go for the bank employee. So you make the settings in the sales view, make the settings here. So that comes under
the customer sales organization
commercial data. Data is
okay. I can see we have that. Okay.
Yeah. So from here, this setting that's applicable because done for the BP type, it's applicable for all the settings. Whatever setting are making is applicable for the bank employee BP type.
Okay, so it will be applicable.
Okay. Yeah, it will apply for the whole all the field under the BP type. The BP master water field setting I'm making here, that's applicable across the master data.
Fine.
Okay. So when you practice, you check all.
case that first the role should be extended to general, then only to sales.
Didn't get which one here? Which one?
This is in this case, like, first we have to create a BP in general, then we have to extend that BP to the sales role, right? Like,
Yes,
because
yes,
we
yes,
have
yes.
BP type in the general role.
Yeah, that you got to do. That you got to do. But again, so again, that's what I'm telling. Again, if you are having setting for the BP role level, so in this setting, here the setting BP. I have a setting BP role level also for same house number. It's a BP type is there. For the BP role type, I can have another configuration. So BP role also I can have the field setting. For example, go for FLC use your own standard. So I can have another setting here for the same house number. So I can have another setting here. So that I'm telling practice, which is having more preference. You are having the for a house number, you need two settings are there. In the BP type, it's a mandatory field. Under the SD, the BP, customer role, I have an optional field. Now check which is having more preference. So I get BP type level authorized one field grouping, and again the standard role, SD role or the BP role, I have another setting. Now this we see which is now both are clashing, which is giving more preference, which is applicable applied in the. Okay, we'll check this one. So I'll check this one. So we'll take house number. So that is BP type we made as a mandatory field. Same thing here, make it hide mode. The house number is hide mode. In the BP role, SD customer role, I made a hide role. I made a function hide. So I'll save this one. The same house number, BP type mandatory entry. Under SD, it is under hide mode. You go for here. I'll close this one. We'll do it again. So now I go for the sales and distribution, go for general data. So now it's not a mandatory field. Now it's not a mandatory field. So house number. 1 second, house number. So
you hide that field, right?
Yeah, I hide that field. Yeah, fine. Sorry. Yeah, so hide field. Suppose I change to come to the here control and change it to BP type. Okay, now go for address. So history we haven't got that. So here the thing is here. That is applied in the house number. The way that's not coming here. That house number. What sodium? So house number is not coming here. Floor is the house number. House number is there. So so it is taking that. Now I'll do one thing. I will change to the I'll change again to in the BP role. So again change to optional field. Again I'll change to optional field. House number change again to optional field. So where is house number? This one. So it's a fake customer to go for SD customer. So in the house number, now the suppress hide mode, I'll make it the optional entry now. So I'll go for the setting, change organization now, close and open it again. So now we'll got a house number. So the preference given for the BP role first. We are carrying the condition field setting for BP role as well as the BP type. So it is overpowered by the role customer, the water BP role setting. That's a more preference other than the BP type. Okay. So okay. So the BP type is coming now. We go for a control. Then again it will become mandatory. So that you get find out which is having more preference. We'll try it in a different setting. We'll try which is having more preference. Now it's again become mandatory. So when you're applying the BP type, it is having the more preference. Okay, so during the BP master creation or change option, If we change the BP type, it's taking the more preference over the field settings. Okay, so please, yeah, so go through these things. So tomorrow I'll explain all the fields related to SD tab. I'll explain the fields once more. And so field setting, one more time, I'll see the field setting. We didn't complete client and all. So tomorrow again we'll take all the 4 field settings in some more fields we'll explain tomorrow in the field groupings. Okay, then I'll take the BP and the sales tab in the BP master. Explain some more things about the field, what the field settings are. We'll check that also. Okay.
Even if we are making the changes in the BP role, I mean, if we are changing the field settings in the BP role, and after
okay.
that we are making the changes in the business tab, I mean, field settings in the business type. So that will override this business role.
Yeah. So that's what I told. When if you take any BP role, when you change this change the BP type, that at that point of it's getting the more preference. When you change the BP type, it's taking the control of the field settings.
Yeah, but before we made this field as a header, we had this field, and we have applied the new BP type. So in that case, this didn't work, right?
So BP type. So now it's mandatory. Let me check once more. So go for the BP role.
Yeah, we'll hide this field for this.
Yeah. We'll hide that. So go for customer FLC1. So address again. House number will again make as a where is house number? I'll make a hide mode. Save this one. So go there again. So close and open it again. So again go for the same customer. So here it is now the general role. The address role is here.
And can you assign that BP now in control?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So go for the BP type 9000. Enter. So now go for the address field. Not here. So okay, actually that I didn't check that. So it's in the so we'll change the BP type also, not changing the control. We are 9000 now, 9000, but it is showing the display mode finance. So that's why I told you. You have to practice and we have to see what is coming. So all the 4 preferences in this between these two, between BP type and the BP role, BP type role is having more preference.
So is that any possibility that if we are hiding any field and if we are overriding that change, so in that case it will not applicable?
Didn't get.
See, in BP role level, we are hiding that field. Okay.
We made mandatory. BP role will be mandatory. Client and the BP type will make mandatory. BP role made optional. Hide. We made hide. Yeah. BP role we made hide and BP type we made mandatory. Okay.
So in that case, what will happen? Will system will ask for that field to enter mandatory, or because in both the level we can't see that field here in the
yeah. But here you can see not asking me. I can still save this one because the role is kind of the more preference now. Even if house is not there, I can save this one. Even I have already given control 9000 is a mandatory field, but in the address the house number is not there. I can still save this one. Not a mandatory entry.
Means it still have priority at the business role level.
Correct. That's what I told you. So BP role level, we have more control.
Okay.
So that's what you try all the 4 functions. So one is client, so it's client level, and so activity. Activity means create option, change option. During the create option, that can be so again here. So here during the creation, one field can be mandatory, optional, but later in the employee the end user comes for the change option, that will be mandatory. So create option, something can be optional or some setting, like in the addresses. During the creation, for example, take one more example. One more field take now. We'll take fax number. So fax number, During the create option, it will be a optional entry. So when we made a customer data, the employee did not have the fax details. He left this optional entry, left as a optional entry. So when he comes to a change option, the system will make him enter the fax number. So in the change option, will make a mandatory entry. For same thing, will make as mandatory entry during the change option. So again, the fax number will make a mandatory entry now. During change will be a mandatory entry. Okay, so you go for the BP creation now, BP master. So during the creation, it's not a mandatory entry. I made, which one? We made fax number. During the creation, fax is not a mandatory entry. We created without, create without fax number. Now I'll go for change mode, close and open it again. Now in change mode. So now see your fax number. It's a mandatory entry now. It's a mandatory entry. So during creation, it was an optional entry. During change, option make a mandatory entry. So the purpose is, so when the employee made up a customer master data, he was not getting the fax number, so he left it and saved as without fax number. But during later when he got the information, he came back and without the entry fax number, it did not allow him leaving the master data. So during creation, it can be optional entry. During change, option can be mandatory entry. So that is done from here. Create the change, display, or flag for deletion. So it's sort of one more level, client level. So when you practice, please check which is having more preference. Check all the 4 buttons with the same field. With the same field, make a different setting for the 4 levels. Check which is having more preference, next preference, and least preference. You can check that. Okay. So tomorrow, so we'll connect tomorrow with more things. So mostly, and I'll explain once more the fields in the SD section, in the beat master. Some more fields, I'll give some more explanation, and you can practice these things.
Yeah.
So what you can do, so when you're in the you practice this interface structure and this beat master. So from after that, I think we have to go on the practice session together in the class training. So please finish this interface structure and beat master. So tomorrow we'll continue with the other topics.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
So hope everybody was able to follow me and understand the things. Please practice any doubts you can discuss in the class. And as you had some queries today, I'll reply to the queries tomorrow. Okay, so thank you everybody. So hope everybody understood. During the class, any doubt or not able to understand, please